Together tonight in this one?
Yeah, I thought way better pace of our game, especially the first half of the first period, and I thought we really got going in the second period and the second half, shooting pucks, skating, moving our feet. I thought we generated a lot more in the offensive zone. There's still a few areas where we had a couple turnovers at the blue line or just inside the blue line. We got to try and manage that a little better because as the lineups get stronger here, those attacks are lethal against us when we're down a man or two. So just managing that puck a little bit better, more consistently, but definitely a better pace to the game and more complete for sure.
Was Donato precautionary? Or?
Yeah, just probably not very long. I think day to day at the most, and lower body. So he's just exhibition games. We're not going to fool around with that right now.
Last minute ad, Colton Dach got a lot of ice time tonight. What do you think of his performance?
Yeah, I've been impressed with him from day one of the rookie camp this year, and physical, engaged on the bench, engaged on the ice. Plays a hard role with some rugged guys, or can go out there and play with skilled guys. So very versatile and very aware, and really listening. And any input we're giving him, he's taking it and putting it into his game plan. So I really like what I see.
Mackenzie Entwistle's a guy who's fighting for his life right now, and he had 2 golden scoring chances and couldn't bury either of them. Are you happy he's in the position to make those, or does he need to make those at this stage of the game?
I think probably both. And if you asked him, he's probably really grinding it right now. But the best was when he came to the bench and Tyler missed that open at the beginning of the game. He just put his hand on him and said, basically, welcome to the club tonight. And that's what a team has to do, rally against a guy. And you're right, he skated hard tonight. He put himself in those positions. Did a great job in the penalty kill with Boris, and they created some offensive chances. I'm sure if you asked him, he just probably wants to put that in so quick. But the one in the second period at the side of the net when he hit the post, he probably could have stopped and tied his skates and then put it in. But you're not thinking like that. The game's so fast, you're thinking it's a one-touch right into an open net. And, sometimes it just double hits on your, on your stick. And I think Reich's kind of missed one too on a beautiful move to the backhand, had the goalie out of position and just rolled off his stick. I think even Taylor Hall missed 1 or 2 tonight. So I think guys are still shaking off the rust, but it's a really good sign that he's in those spots. If you ask him, he's probably going to answer it, no, I got to bury those. But, I think, the coaches are seeing people get better and better every day individually and as a team. So we're happy with what we saw.
Hall and Reichel aren't fighting for the spots right now. They're kind of in. Is it tougher for a guy like that when he's on the periphery?
I think it is. He's probably going to think about it a lot, but I think you just go on to the next game and you bear down a little bit more and take your time on a few of those. But I think Taylor Hall and even Connor a couple times tonight, they're still finding their game at this pace at this time of the year too. So I think everybody's in the same boat, but you're right. Like, it's different circumstances for certain people.
It seems like it took the power play a little while to get on track. What you see there?
Yeah, no, I think we had trouble just kind of going through the neutral zone and just trying to. We worked on it a bit this morning, but we haven't. That was the first time we really worked on it, and it's been. Now we're trying to get our lineup together. They can really work on it in the game. I thought it got better as it went. I like Taylor shooting the puck down the flank and Seth trying to shoot it from the top. I think what that does is it brings everybody in a little closer. And then I think you really saw the ability when they get teams spread out, what they can do. They can see the ice and move pucks around. And it really looked beautiful to watch that last goal. So we'd love to see more of that, but you have to get into the offensive zone. And I think what we have to do is continue to work on our line rushes and our routes and our responsibilities on that. So we're in that offensive zone more.
Bedard, how much are you sensing with him that, I just want that goal. I want that goal. And, empty netter, whatever.
Yeah.
Did you see relief in him tonight?
You know what? He's kind of a humble guy. He doesn't even want to celebrate that. He didn't even really celebrate coming in. He's kind of bashful. He wants to score a nice goal, and I don't know if he even counts those for him, but I count them. There's no pictures in the goal column, right? It's just the number. So I think he just wants to have a good game here at home, especially. I think I think he's hard on himself. So we're going to have to, lighten him up and make sure that he enjoys these times, because wins in the NHL are hard to come by, and once it starts for real, they really are hard to come by. So we got to make sure we enjoy the night and have a little fun when when you win a game. I think like a couple of those hiccups that we missed an open net or fell down on a 2-0, like we got to make some humor out of that and make it fun to come to the rink the next day, not tense and grinding the stick. There's enough of that. We don't need to put more of that on ourselves.
How much of his playmaking, we always talk mainly about his goal scoring and everything, but his playmaking through 2 of the 3 games is really kind of taking the forefront, it seems.
Yeah, and it's a different way of thinking. I think the younger generation and a guy at that elite level of talent and the way he sees the ice. I don't know if you noticed in the third, the one time he was kind of cornered at the top and he fired it right off the sidewall to himself, and it got himself out of trouble. And most players would never do that, or even think to do that. So it's very unique, and it's going to give him a chance to have more offensive time with the puck. So it's fun to watch. We just got to make sure he's aware that there's times everybody's big and strong in this league, and he can't hold on to the puck too long and try and outmuscle someone or get away from him, because it's not going to happen every night, every shift. He's just got to learn when the other team's vulnerable and take an attack mindset on that, and when they're not, maybe he needs to play a little bit safer. Just managing the score. Like if we're down a goal, a guy like that, we need him to maybe push the envelope a little bit and try some things. And when we're up 3-2 in a league game, he's going to have to learn to lay a puck in sometimes where we have to forecheck.
Was playing on his offside again, and I think on that first goal he kept the puck in on his backhand. What have you seen from him adjusting to that, playing on the right side?
Yeah, there's some definitely, and even defending. Like when you turn, you can really go and go in with your stick on the puck, and you're a little bit it's unlikely for the guy to slip off you, because you can kind of put the hook into him on the offside even more than your strong side. So I think he's learning that as he goes, and his skating ability is so NHL level right now that he's got to just use that and take his angles, and he's strong, and I thought he did a really good job of that. So he's probably a guy that, with our team the way we're built this year, we'll have to flip-flop on both sides. And during a shift, there's times where guys get flip-flopped on the ice, and they have to get better at playing both sides. But for the most part, I think a guy that has skating ability like that, he's going to play both sides his whole career probably.
On that same pairing, it seemed like Phillips also had a pretty assertive game.
Yeah, I thought he was way more assertive tonight, and not just physically and good gaps defensively, but he took off of the puck a few times, and his straightaway speed gets him out of trouble as well. So we don't expect him to go up and down the ice like a Korchinski offensively, but he has the ability to start a rush and get it out of the D zone, and I thought he was really excellent tonight at that.
What you like from Mrazek's?
His patience. I think it was an Anisimov. I think had a glorious chance in front of the net in the first period, just on a turnover behind our net, and I thought he had a lot of patience there and very in control. Where at times when we've not played solid in front of him, he really is. He gets very active, and I think then that's where he can get out of position, or he can maybe get hurt in the past. Where tonight, I thought we did a good job with our D on the rushes, closing off a lot of gaps, wrist shots from the outside. Not to make it was an easy night for him, but I think made it easier. So when he has one or two of those saves to make, he made them, and he's in good position. So I think we just got to do that as best we can all year, and I think he's starting off the way he finished off last year. So that's a good sign.
There were only 5 shots in the final 2 periods. What was the difference between the first and the next 2?
I think we did manage the puck a little better at the blue lines when we were going on the offense, so we could sustain a little bit more time in that zone. And like I said, I think our Ds managed the rushes really well with our gaps, and sometimes you can only do that when our forwards are coming back. So that means we're a little bit more connected in all 3 zones, and that's what we're trying to get at before the season starts.